Good morning, traders. A little late to the party here. Took forever for the cumulative upgrade on Windows 10, which I didn't expect to have happen. 2 minutes before the open, we're pretty much risk on. We are considerably at all-time highs again and continuing to push that way. So we'll see what happens. Yesterday I had a lapse of intelligence and after the stream, and took a couple of my daughter had to stay up a little bit longer to finish her homework, so I was just looking at the browser and made a couple of trades and ended up down 2.25, I think, or something like that. So that was pretty stupid, but I did capture them, and I'll put them on a separate stream as usual. Lapse of brains, especially in the view of that big economic release festival we had yesterday. And this is a Tradovate, end of the Tradovate week. We'll see how this works out today. Still got the same problems, I would assume, with the scaling. So there we have the scaling. We've got value area high at 40.19 and low at 68 and VWAP there. So take that over here like this, and what happens? Yes, we're open. So that didn't have the same effect as it did the other day. So we're open. Could very well close this gap. Value area high. I would say they would want to come across here down to VWAP, perhaps. If we can get that down there. And there we go, $170, one trade on a short. So that will undoubtedly be my trade of the day. I just wanted to get on quickly. And ES is pulling back. We're down to value here. If they get accepted into value from yesterday, they could trade across. That's the general rule of expected procedure, but the POC from the market profile charting is right there, so that's kind of dangerous territory for another trade. So we're on the, we haven't had any delays on that open, and it looks like the scaling has worked this time, which is pretty good. This is where it was crazy. Now watch this right here. Look at that. Suddenly, value area high jumps up here, POC jumps up here, value area low comes up to where value area high was. That's just bogus. I don't know why that happens, but oh, look at this. While I'm busy looking at the charting, I missed another beautiful short here. That's too bad. But anyway. Yeah, that's that would have been a nice straight up, no pullbacks, no heat short. Wow. Off that value area high down to value area low. Pretty darned amazing. And now will they come back across? that would be the normal thinking, except I think we got to pay attention to what's going on over here with the EFs. And they may get rejected out of value. Here. They're pretty much right in it. Oh, yeah, that came down into value now. Value area low is down right here. Value area high is there. So they got just a little, they got to get through mid, though. That's kind of a sticking point usually. If they can, they'll come across value to here, down to that 970, 973 level. It's not far to go. It's down to the POC, previous POC from the overnight. Here we go. Looks to me like mid, always sticky. Got some sort of a damn cold. It's just irritating. Nose is running like hell. Like a faucet. Funny now, you know, you catch a cold and but it looks like you're like your typhoid Mary. Haven't heard much conversation about colds or flu since the COVID thing started. Stand by one. And I'm hoping that all is well with the streaming here. Apparently, it appears to be so. 16th. Crap, the 16th of April already. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wowzer, wowzer. Well, we have a double bottom or a hoop-de-doo, and we're right there at that mid of the yesterday. Half back, whatever the hell you want to call it. So they had a nice sell-off. We took a nice little trade there, and had I been paying attention to my trading instead of the charting story, I would have been able to take that short and be up considerably here. Then they've been kind of a happy guy. Not that I'm unhappy. And this is Friday. Want to be sure you remember that emotional capital is as, if not more, important than risk capital. And it's a real bad idea to let yourself get in a big loss position on a Friday and then you have to sit and stew about that all weekend. That's a real bad thing to do for your emotional capital. And remember that past performance is not indicative of future results. And nothing I say here is trade advice or trading advice other than theory about which I articulate from my own review, because this is essentially my virtual video trading journal and log. My goal being, and everyone's goal as a trader, is to trade for tomorrow. You've got to be able to manage your risk and your trade plan. There's you no good to study and back test and pay for courses and all of that noise if you don't blow your account up and aren't able to trade tomorrow. The whole trick to achieving consistent profitability is to provide yourself with enough data sample trades in your data set to let the edge manifest itself. And that means you have to be able to just get, you have to be able to trade for tomorrow. Simple. Now is the chop up time. I got into one of these things yesterday and thought I was going to be a clever boy, and I got whammed 3 different times. I was down at 1.450, and then that irritated me, so I took a walk around the house and came back with fresh eyes and pulled a 170 out or something. So I got down. I think I set yesterday off at 270, two and a quarter. I don't remember. Loser. Anyway, nothing astronomical, but it was a lapse of. It was definitely a lapse of concentration and discipline, which I don't generally have happen, but I've had a couple of had 3 losing days in this second stage of the combine. One was a big one, $600 and something, and one the day before that of 100 or something, and then yesterday. So now we're back. Now we've got $170 back off of that, so not bad. But really, clearly, I clearly blew it. Not selling that pullback, or at least just entering on the U-up test here again, and this next down short would have been another nice no heat trade. And now they're going to do like yesterday. They had a big move, and then they just chopped the crap out of it. It just turned everybody into hamburger, included. Let's see, back over. Look at that. Right here is where I got clobbered. I tried to take this breakout. It didn't. I had about two trades or 3 in here where I just couldn't get the rhythm. And then finally I picked up a short here, I believe it was, to get my substantial loss back down to the manageable level. But, it's pretty stupid. Now here we go again. Brought it right back down to actually closed the gap and then some. Down here to value area low. I believe. Pretty close. But we're trading over value and range, so a little bit lower, but not a hell of a lot. The open, basically. Look at that. 1431 down to 40 points. God damn. I gotta figure out a way to take more of the meat out of those with that bracket. Oh, well. Now we're going to get a little bit of a pop-up to the VWAP, I'm assuming, but I'm not going to be the brave boy to try to pull that off. Especially when the ES is right on the bottoms. So that could just be a head fake. This would be a mean reversion type of trade with pretty good trade position right up here if you just sold that. Value high up in the States. All right, back again. So, one trade on the day, $1.70. I'm just going to keep this stream short. I can get some sleep. Knock this cold in the head. Have a fairly busy day tomorrow. And I work all weekend, so I've got quite a few other things to do as well. Stuff outside to do. Good night's sleep will certainly feel good. Same story with the bit rate thing. I don't know. I think everything else is working much okay. But you can't change anything once it's streaming. Okay. That makes sense. Are we waiting for something? I don't believe there's any economic hocus pocus. I think they got it all out of their system yesterday. Geez, it was one busy mess, I'll tell you. Yeah, what have we got? Whoa, don't want that to happen. I don't know. So, we have, oh, Michigan 5-year and consumer confidence, Michigan consumer expectation, consumer sentiment. Oh, yeah, there are several movers here. All the Michigan nonsense is happening in the next few minutes. That's why they're just running this thing sideways, I'm thinking. So I will drop this back over here and keep an eye on it off screen. Here we go. Ooh. ES is down to the View app. They had a big peekaboo down here, and everybody went, yeah, short. Now they're going to go, oh, wait for me. And with that economic news in another 10 or 15 minutes here, I don't think it's probably the smartest maneuver to jump on anything. And considering it's Friday. However, good market movement today, and we don't have any. VIX is still putting around 17. 1672. Bleh. Even worse. Even worse, and that's plus 0.84. Which was quite a bit goofier. See the VIX right here? And the VIX charting. Yeah, a little peekaboo down there just to get all the shorts excited. Kind of surprising that there wasn't a stop run, however, with all of this back and forth nonsense up here. Kind of surprising. I would have suspected shorts were laying in there. Stops. All these guys figuring they're going to get the bounce. Of course, maybe they just... we got a long liquidation profile type, the B-shaped pattern, with the kurtosis at the bottom end. The overnight stat has not been satisfied yet, but they may well go after it there pretty quickly. Got the B-shaped profile, which is long liquidations. That major kurtosis is at the top up here, like in a P shape. It's short covering. Well, there's been a couple of nice bounces off those lows. How many times can they hit that and can you make money? I always get leery about those things. And that's also a mean reversion trade there too. So that would have been probably a good move from this low up here to the value area in POC. My thinking is they're going to just trade this range until we get these consumer sentiment numbers out of the Michigan numbers. I thought there used to be a weighting. Maybe that was a different one. Used to have an importance weighting on the numbers that was kind of handy. Oh, I guess that's what the stars are. Yeah. There we go. These stars are the importance weightings. So this consumer in 11 minutes, Michigan consumer sentiment is about half-ass important. 2 stars out of 3. Yep. So I guess I will wait till the top of the hour to see how this trade unfolds here. This action unfolds. Go on mute here for a minute and blow my nose again. Sorry for that. Very seldom am sick, knock wood. And certainly nothing major ever. But I'm always kind of amazed at when you have a head cold as to how much production of mucus can happen and where the hell all that volume comes from. I've never figured that out. I mean, I don't think it's just laying around your sinuses waiting for you to catch a cold. So it must be your body, must be water or liquid water, I guess, coming out of your body in some form of a dehydration or something. I guess I don't know. Weird. All right, 8 minutes to the number. I've got 9 minutes to the top of the hour, but maybe the clocks are not exactly synced. I don't know. I just went through that big update that kept me off the stream until like 2 minutes before. So I would think that everything is up to date here. There's the trade for the day. 12 seconds. I love those. $170.12. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And this would have been as, if not quicker. So settlement's 14.014. It came zipping through that like nobody's business. Took a little bit of a bounce there at settlement, I guess, and then boop, down she went. So we'll see what happens here when this number hits. It's saying 7 minutes, and I've got more than that. Maybe it's a little ahead of the hour. I don't know. It's a little bit too spooky for me right now, even though the ES is definitely selling off here ahead of it. We have traded across value, as I mentioned, was a very good possibility before. We've just done that now. Value is this green here. It's kind of hard to see, that green box. And just put that down here. Still haven't put that overnight stat number in. Oh boy. This is a real good time to sit on your hands if you're not already. And always remember that there are 3 positions. There's long, short, and flat. I am currently trading the flat position right now. Forecast is for 83.6. The previous was 79.7. Stay in 5 minutes here. Selling down. I think the Michigan number, if I'm not mistaken, is the one where if you pay a fee, you can get the number in advance, which seems like front running up one side and down the other to me. But anyway, doesn't seem like that ought to be legal particularly. Definitely selling it off. But boy, they could just as soon turn around and fly that thing to the top. Unless they've got that advanced number. And I'm pretty sure it's the Michigan number that you can buy in advance or ahead of the release or whatever you say it. They're transacting quite a bit of volume down there too. At that 960 number. Three minutes, according to the website. Not sure how that works here. Let's come out a little bit ahead of the hour, I guess. I would have thought it was on the hour, but maybe not. Or maybe my clocks are wrong on my computer. My other one, anyway. I haven't looked at this one. Yep, same. Oh. 2 minutes. Number they're forecasting is 83.6. I'm not sure how long it's going to take that. That'll be interesting to see how long it takes them to update that number. Regular market right over here, I guess. Maybe size her down a little bit. There you go. This is the number we're looking for right here. And the consumer sentiment, these two right here. Supposed to all be out at the same time, which is why they do that, I don't know. So according to the clock there, saying 1 minute, and I've got 21:58 on the computer, so I guess it's going to hit a minute before, maybe something like that. Get this kind of out of the way as possible, I guess. Maybe the thing to do is put it down here so we can see all the charting pretty much. I don't think the quote board's too important at this point. We can see what happens. Well, pretty close. I'm not sure how quickly they update the actual. I would think pretty quick. As fast as fast. Buy the rumor and sell the news. Is that how it goes, or is it sell the rumor and buy the news? I never remember. So I just play it safe and don't trade the news. Unless I can help it. Getting real sick of blowing my nose. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. So 92.7, 97.2. Sorry about that. So they made one there, and they missed one there. And they missed a bunch of them over here. That isn't an adjusted number, of course, but that's pretty amazing. There we have it. And exactly 2 times, not much going on over here. In fact, the ES would like to sell off past his volume where they just built a little bit up, but done with that for now. Probably take them a while to digest that, those 3 numbers, I guess. I do not think I will try to trade anymore. I am going to end the stream here at the top of the hour, which we are at. And wish you all a great weekend. I'm going to go get some sleep and get over this runny nose. Definitely getting some selling pressure on the ES, however. Sellers are coming on there pretty good, but nothing's happening over here on the NASDAQ, just kind of bobbling around. Amazing how we just trade across that value, and then they're coming right back up into it again. So far, I mean, they're just popping up to the bottom of it again. So, yeah. Right into a lot of traffic right here, boy. Get that all the way across, it would be normal to imagine that you were going to get a value area low bounce here up to the POC, but it's kind of special, I think. ES is having some trouble getting their act together. And I want to keep that 170 bucks on the books. 23690. 100 and change to our target is 53,000 for the funding account. So should be easy to do in a day or two, but for some reason I just don't ever seem to get those big days on. I Time I log on and I'm tired, I don't, the bracket, the way I have it set up, it just doesn't. Oh, excuse me. So I guess they're going to grind it back up to the VWAP or the POC. Damn, I can't quit sneezing. Yeah, well, there they are, right back up to the POC as one would expect. But I didn't take it as usual. I mean, normally I would have a resting order there and would have made that trade. Mean reversion. Did not do that. Now I would suggest that they're going to make value area high and VWAP because those are a couple of targets that are kind of up there just begging to be hit. So traders, trade smart, trade safe, manage your risk, and trade for tomorrow. I'm going to go get some sleep and bid adieu to this head cold. Yep, value area high and another couple of cat's whiskers and we'll be at the VWAP. All right, and I'm not going to make any trades tonight because my daughter is not doing her homework and I don't have to wait up for anybody. So I won't get bored and stupid all at the same time. All right, trade safe, manage your risk, trade what you see and not what you think, and trade for tomorrow. That's all you got to remember.